As salespeople, we know that to close a deal, it requires more than just your sales pitch. In fact, to be a great salesperson, you need to have an understanding of human psychology. If you can understand what factors influence the buying decisions of your prospects or leads, then that can give you a serious head start. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about one such psychological bias, which is called the endowment effect. This video is a part of a series where we actually uncover various psychological biases that you can use in sales to close more deals. If you know how to use and apply the endowment effect, then you can create a strong sense of ownership for your product in the minds of your prospects that can help you close a lot more deals. In fact, you can make your prospect believe that they own your product or they control your product before they actually purchase it. This can create a strong emotional bond between your prospect and your product, making it more difficult for them to let go of your tool or service. This can also apply to your personal life. Think about it. Is there a particular shirt that you may not have worn for a very long time, but are reluctant to let go of? Or perhaps there's a pen that has run out of ink, but you're unwilling to part ways with it. It's because of that sense of ownership that you have that your brain perceives the value of these tools to be more than what it actually is, which means it's difficult for you to let go of these products. This principle, when applied to sales, can help you close a lot more deals. And let me show you a few strategies that you can employ to your advantage. One of the strongest ways in which you can leverage the endowment effect to create a strong sense of ownership in the minds of your prospects is by offering free trials of your product. By offering free trials, even if it's for a limited period of time, you allow your prospect to connect with your product, to engage with it in the ways he or she wants to, and develop that sense of ownership towards it. For example, let's say you've got a SaaS product and you have a list of leads or prospects. Then you can actually offer them a free trial, maybe for 10 to 14 days, that can allow them to engage with your product, to use it in a way that they feel best and to get the value from it. Then at the end of the 10th or the 14th day, they already would have a strong bond with your product, making it more likely that they pay for it and don't let go of you. If you think about it, it's the same psychological bias that is used by car dealerships when they offer free test drives of a car. They want you to experience the car, picture yourself in it, develop that sense of ownership, and thus make it more difficult for you not to purchase that car. The next strategy that you can use to cultivate a strong sense of possession in your prospects is by offering personalized and customizable demos while demonstrating your product to a lead. Let them enter their own data points, create their own dashboards, and use their own workflows so that they see your tool as theirs. This way, they can actually imagine your tool as a part of their entire tool ecosystem, can interact with it, engage with it, and this can help in creating that sense of ownership that will make it easier for them to buy your product. Another strategy that you can use to leverage the endowment effect is by encouraging your prospect to make small commitments first. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you've got a fitness app that offers free membership. You can encourage your prospects to just sign up to the app and start off by creating one customizable workout routine. Once they create that one routine that is personalized to them, they can start using it and gaining value from your tool, which will then encourage them to create more such workout plans and maybe nutrition plans and dive deeper into the world of your application. And then they will be more likely to convert into a premium customer and also give you more opportunities where you can upsell to them. Another way in which you can use the endowment effect right in your sales pitch is by using the word imagine in your pitch. This is something that is often seen when you go to buy furniture. as a salesperson in a furniture store will always let you imagine their particular beds or couches in your own living room or bedroom, let you sit on it, feel it, interact with it, as this can help create that sense of ownership that they want you to have for their product. It's the same thing that you can do when you're pitching your SaaS tool, as you can let your prospects imagine that, hey, what if you could have all your leads completely qualified and in one place? Or imagine if there were no problems with any email deliverabilities. These are the kind of situations that you want your prospect to imagine and to associate the solution for these with your product, as this can create that sense of ownership that you want them to have, making it more likely that they convert to paying customers. So why does the endowment effect actually work? It's because people tend to overvalue the things that they own or control, even if that ownership is just temporary or not formalized. So, by understanding the psychological biases that lie behind the decision making process of your buyers, you can tap into these elements, making it more likely that they convert into becoming paying customers. I hope you found this useful. And if you want to dive deeper into some of the other psychological elements that you can leverage to close more deals, then check out our playlist that I'll leave a link for in the description below. And if you found this content useful and helpful, then please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content coming your way. See you next time. Cheers.